Yeah. We have to switch the partners. The doll seems to want a mother. Hey, Rose. Sorry, but can you handle this? Rose grimaced. But I have an image to uphold. Sorry, but we really don't have the time to care about things like that right now. Fine, but only because you're my disciple. I know I'm the one asking you to do this, but what are we supposed to do here? Essentially, we need the doll to feel some motherly warmth. I think an imitation of breastfeeding would be best. Wait, seriously, you're going to... No, I'm not going to actually feed it. I'll just sleep next to it and allow it to sleep just like mothers do. Yeah, like this. Slipping under the blanket next to the door, Rose speaks to it as she rubs its head. Oh, you must have been so scared. It's alright now. Mom's here with you. There's nothing to worry about anymore. The scary dream is over now. Hush now. Go to sleep. I hear a clack from the mass. Hey, Kimie. She crawls out of the blanket. She's holding on to a dark mass. It just came up on its own. Maybe this means that the doll has been released from her thoughts. Now that she mentions it, I remember the mask coming up on its own when I gave the doll the fruit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, and there this as well. Obtain the hand towel. What's this? What's wrapped around the doll's mouth? I assume it must have been used as a gag. The screams I heard in the table replay themselves in my head. I picked up the doll from the bed. Rose housed me and we put it back in the living room where it was originally. So there's nothing we can do for it now. We need to place some dark masks here. This goddamn resident is creepy as fuck. I placed a dark mask on the frame, and immediately... God, once again the entrance to the secret passage appears. As expected. If our working theory is correct, there should be another miracle residence ahead. That's right. Come on, let's go. Went through the front door. As we thought, the door in the secret passage would go next to the front entrance of the residence. The entrance doesn't look any different aside from the passageway entrance being closed. Alright, let's keep on checking things out. There should be another door here somewhere. Let's go to the living room again. When I enter the room, I hear the sound of someone knocking on the front entrance door. Who's there? Is it Ben? No, he has a cell phone. Let's go check, just in case. Going outside, Ben standing around and being a good lookout. What, looking for something? No, hey, did someone come by just now? The hell, what are you talking about? I mentioned the sound that I just heard. It kind of felt like someone was delivering mail or something. So I came to check just in case. Well, obviously, nobody's been here. If the knock was that loud, then I would have heard it too. You didn't hear it? Nope. Well, considering everything else going on with this place, there must be some sort of reason. Maybe you should take a quick look outside. Yeah, I'll do that. We need to check out the mail. That's for sure. There's gotta be something in there. It's a rusted mailbox. Digging around, my hand bumps into something. It's a cassette tape labeled S and a sparkler. Obtain tape S and sparkler. I understand the tape, but why is there a sparkler in here? Looking closer, I see scorch marks on the tip of the firework. Looks like it was lit, but the flame went out before it reached the end. One of the obvious answers would be harassment. He probably didn't talk to his neighbors much. I see. Now let's go back in the miracle residence. We need to listen to the S tape. It's getting weirder and weirder. There's a long period with idle sounds, and then a scream along with a loud noise. How could you? Why? That sounds make me gnaw on my lips. I never thought it would be so stressful just to listen to screams. The girl repeatedly screams, "Give it back!" I don't want to imagine what she wants back. Since the scream grew distant and I hear a man's voice once again. I see. No need to worry, it's just one arm. Let's take our time and cut it while I treat it. The sound cuts off there. I think I finally understand what this man was doing to these girls. It's clear from the other tapes that he's been cutting off the hands and legs of the victims. He's even saying why I treat it so. He's not trying to murder the girls, so he has to have some objective that's making him cut off their arms and legs. I don't get it. Why the hell would anyone need to cut the arms and legs off of anyone? Obviously, this isn't a question that any sane person can answer. It is met by a suffocating silence. Let's continue the investigation. I get the feeling that we're approaching the answer to that questions. Let's get out of the bedroom. We're going to check out the living room one more time. There should be another doll there, right? Yep. Fucking hell. It's a monkey mask now. I find another unfamiliar doll sitting in front of the coffee table. Here we go again. Something about this doll immediately jumps out as different. Is this one naked? This doll doesn't seem like it's wearing clothes. And just like the other dolls, there's a red stain on it. Maybe I can hear this doll's voice. I take a deep breath, move my fingertip towards the stain on its back. I hear some sniffling and crying, and I begin to hear a quiet voice. I want to go to school. They never make this easy, do they? I think the voice I heard was saying I want to go to school. But how would I make that wish come true? We have the sailor uniform, right? I take the sailor uniform and put it on the door. I'll help. Putting clothes on the door ends up being a lot tougher than I thought. Working together, the two of us finally managed to push the hands and legs through. My goodness, a stylish job is exhausting. This is probably tougher because this heavy door isn't helping us at all. I step back and I look at how it turned out. The ticking of the clock inside continues to drone on and on. That's weird, nothing's happening. It's a school. Is a school uniform not enough? Well, we didn't take her to school. Seriously? I don't want to think about taking this door out up here and taking it to a school. The closest school is pretty far from here. Well, I'm out of ideas. It will take me a while to come up with something else. Looks like Rose has given up. I don't really think Ben is going to have any ideas, but... Okay. We'll have to switch the partners then. If there's nothing we can do, we just have to keep on doing it. It's just going to be fucking weird. This case is just... it's just phenomenon. Switch the band. Alright, Rose, you're on the lookout. It's not even that creepy. I mean, we haven't seen any creepy pictures yet. It's just that we're just hearing the creepy sounds and the way the game is presented. And that's about it. What more can we do to grant this doll wish of wanting to go to school? Hey Kimmy, sit next to her. Huh, what are you talking about, old man? Listen, just shut up and sit down. Also, I'm not Ben. From now on, you call me Mr. Ben. You got that?
Huh?
Say what? Though it feels ridiculous. I sit down next to the door as Ben ordered. Yeah, he's trying to make you become her classmate, and Mr. Ben will become the teacher. Alright, let's review what I learned in our history lesson last time. So, why did Columbus make it to America? Kimmy, what's the answer? Pan, pretending to be a teacher, calls on me like I'm a student in his class. What the hell? Something about the ocean blue. Alright, it's 1492, right? Good, I'm glad you revealed what you had learned. Alright, next question I ask you. Ben points at the door and throws out a question. What year was the Emancipation Proclamation signed? However, the door continues to stay silent. Fine, I guess I can help keep this going for a bit. Yo, Mr. Ben, don't you think that question is too difficult for an elementary schooler? Oh, good point, my bad. You're doing a terrible job as a teacher. What did you say, you run? That's no way to talk to a teacher. What kind of teacher calls his student a run? Jeez. That's it, come here, you little. Oh, you want to fight your frog? Then the next moment. Wow. With a clack sound, the doll's mask comes off. Hey, did you just see that? No way. All it took was a half-assed act like that? What are you talking about? That was a class lesson, no matter how you slice it. I was teaching my ass off there. I have to know that I've got a teaching license from my college days. Wouldn't trust it. Well, as it happens, you don't count. Anyway, it worked. You should show some more gratitude. You obtained a monkey mask. Hey, there's something else on the floor. Shining the light around my feet, I see. Obtained the hard shoes. I don't know about the shoes, but this mask is probably for... Yup, probably. Let's give it a try. Okay, we have the monkey mask. Let's use it. Fucking hell, this is the same as always. I wonder if that's true for what's up ahead. I feel like Ben was trying to imply something with those words. Let's just be careful and move forward. Before going to head inside, I'm going to switch the partner. We're going to need Rose here. Oh, you're back. Switch to Rose. And look out now, Ben. Alright, I'll see you later. Rose, stick the mission here. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Enter the hidden passage. I stepped into the secret passageway and immediately noticed something strange. Hey, this? The walls are covered in red streaks that look like someone was cleaning up a brush. It is blood. Looks like it. This seems like a situation that calls for your special abilities. Right. I just finished adjusting my breathing, so I reached toward the section of blood stains. Huh? A scream shrieked down directly above our heads. It's even more high-pitched than the one at the entrance, and it hits me like a lightning bolt. My vision immediately goes white and all strength drains from my limbs. Oh, I have to move immediately or I'll die. But do I still have the strength to escape? No, I don't think so. We need to figure something out, fast. What should I do? Head to the front door. No, I don't think you have the strength. You should just fall to the floor. No, I don't have enough strength to escape. Then I should choose something that will let me stall dead for even a second longer. I hold my head and fall on top of the big bloodstain. Then, is this a memory from that blood? My blood matrix activates. The screaming voice disappears in. I hear the high-pitched cry of a bird that sounds like it's communicating with others. Was that a crane cry? The friendly cranes were calling out to each other. If that's the clue to stop the sound, then what should I do? Make Rose scream. That's the only thing I can think of. Her voice should be a little bit high-pitched, right? I mean, she's a woman after all. Hey, Rose. I tell Rose to scream through gestures. Scream, pretend you're a bird and scream. It looks like my message gets through because Rose rears back and screams. However, I can't hear it all. Damn it, I guess this is it. My despair turns to resignation and then my consciousness leaves me. Same as me. That's all I hear as I slip into the darkness. An unknown amount of time passes. Someone's voice brings me back to my sense. Are you awake, Kimie? I take a second to gather my sense. Did the screaming stop? What are you talking about? Yes, it stopped thanks to your advice. And well, also thanks to my voice training. I never knew I could scream so loudly. So that means, I see, so it's safe. Unfortunately, this is neither heaven nor the river Styx. We're still living out this current life. As long as I'm alive, I don't care. Oof, we made it. We fucking did it. Anyway, I look up the ceiling of the passageway. That scream, it came from directly above us, right? Yeah, that's what it felt like. I would guess that there's a room above here, but it doesn't look like there's a ladder hidden anywhere. Are you alright? Yeah, it's nothing too serious. I just strained my throat from all that screaming. I watched Rose rubbing her throat. I can tell she had yelled herself raw, which is to be expected after belting out a scream like that. I never expected that I would have to match a crane's cry with just my voice. Some piece mimic cranes with a shakuhachi or kokuyu, but I have never heard it done vocally. Shakuhachi is that flute made of bamboo, right? What's a kokuyu again? You're a high schooler, so what's a crude comparison I could give you? It's like a Japanese violin. You pluck the pull string with a bow to make sound, so it's very similar to the violin. I see, I'll keep that in mind. Yes, please embrace the knowledge. I also hope that your desire to learn will be reflected on your next report card. Now let's get back to the investigating. Yeah, we're still running out of time. The other miracle resident should be just ahead, right? True. Well then, let's go. We'll finally get out there. Fuck. Whoa! Just as we thought, the secret passage connects to the front entrance of the miracle residence. But the entrance here has an oblivious difference to the front entrance from earlier. Okay, look. There are more of those frames. I see. This is starting to get interesting. Let's get the mask out. At that moment, the cell phone vibrated. Right, it's almost. Pity we're out of time for tonight. It's me, time to get out of here. Alright, let's go back. This is pretty good for today. Let's go. Tomorrow is where it ends. Hey Ben, we're back. Hey Rose, what's wrong with your voice? What happened? Were you rocking out or something? Kimie, I'll leave this one to you. You'll explain how I save us. We tell him what happened in the mansions. The 3 doors and the 3 tapes, and the screaming in the hidden passageway. That scream again, huh? Yes, but this was worse than before. It was trying to kill us. This may seem rude to Rose, but I'm real glad I didn't go with you. Squawking like a bird just isn't me. It was you and me. We'll probably be dead right about now. Hey, give me a break. I'm not dying an unsatisfying death like that. Getting back to what we uncovered tonight, those 3 tapes are fascinating. Each one recorded a man dismembering a girl as she screamed and pleaded. What a grotesque hobby. However, he didn't seem like it was just a sadistic deviant. It sounded pretty calm. She kept saying things like, I want to make it so you don't die. He also seemed to be very knowledgeable about what he was doing. So it's pretty likely that Miracle's on the tapes. Before he became a children's author, he wanted to be a surgeon. The dots connect. If I recall, Miracle wrote horror-themed fairy tales. I'm quite curious to see how he tied the dismemberments into his work. I'm absolutely fine never knowing the answer to that. I've read some of his major works myself, but there wasn't anything as weird as that in them. I don't know about his other books though. Most of his stuff is out of print. It seems we would more likely to find his insanity and inquisitiveness in his minor works than leukemia. From what I heard from Ben, your aunt is also a horror novelist. You don't mean you want me to ask her about Yakumo Miroku? She might know some dark tidbits that only someone who travel his circles would know. We won't know unless we try. See what happens when you ask her casually. Okay. My, looks like you're curious too. Well, enough chat of the day, time to split up. Getting called in for questioning would be a real pain. Alright, it's all up to you, Kimie. Au revoir. I say goodbye to them and return to Kisuji Station, heading over to the Black Rabbit. I wonder if Aunt Nesumi will be there. Oh, there she is. Oh, Sarah. What are you doing here at this hour? Her cheeks are looking kind of reddish and her eyes are cloudy. She must have quite a bit to drink. Have a drink yourself. Not for you, you're underage, Satumi would glare at me from heaven. I don't want to talk about my mom. I don't have any good memories of life with my real mother. She was nice enough, but she couldn't hold down a job. So we live in poverty. Until Amanami helped find me a part-time job. There were even days when we didn't eat. Anyway, there's something I want to ask you. Do you know an author called Yakumo Miroku? Huh? Why do you hear that name? A friend of mine is interested in him. I thought you might know him since you write horror novels. Oh, is that so? Yes, I know him very well. I read his books when I was young. Honestly, he starts talking without me having to lead her much, probably because she's drunk. Nobody could deny her the right to occasionally bring her pain away for at least a little while. Miracle used existing fairy tales as motives to build his own horror books. And you know, the Grimm's fairy tales originally had some horrible scenes in them. The famous story of Cinderella is no exception. Her stepsister cut their feet to try and make the glass slipper fit. They cut their own feet. Yes, that's right. Even if they were doing to try and marry a prince, that's some serious resolve. It's probably just coincidence that she chose that particular example. But after listening to those tapes, it didn't leave me with a good feeling. When I was a schoolgirl, I was upset with Miracle's Dark Fairy Tale series. He put some bold, dark spins of Japanese folk tales, just like the Grimm brothers. His unique settings and descriptions earned him a lot of passionate fans. It was pretty amazing. Yes, in some sense, he's a genius. Because they're children's stories, they have an informal style and yet they're so realistic. His descriptions of bones, flesh and blood were so vivid they sent chills up my spine. You don't say. I'm sure Miroku knew a ton about bone, flesh and blood. I mean, the guy did that shit himself. Miroku studied medicine before he became an author. I'm sure he was influenced by that. It's pretty weird for a doctor to become an author. His family might have pushed him to become a doctor against his wish. A lot of his relatives are important members of society. He himself hated worldly things like fame and money. Is that enough background on Miroku? Yeah, that's enough. I don't think you would know so much about it. He was my inspiration to become a horror novelist, but I have to say that Satomi was a much more passionate fan of his than I was. I remember that she would go to great lengths to learn more about him. Mama was that interested in him. I thought Yakumo Miruku was a total stranger, but now I'm learning that he's surprisingly connected through my aunt and late mother. We've been talking for a while now. Should get home. You're gonna stay here long? Yeah. Even if I went home, maybe it's not there anymore. Aunt Natsumi, I'm going to lie down in the back after. I'll be busy first thing in the morning. Good night. She gets up and walks unsteadily to the inner door, disappearing behind it. I lock the front door of the Black Rabbit and start walking home. As I stroll down the dark roads, I pray that Aunt Natsumi can get some sleep. Uh-oh. What now? Another message here? A text? Yeah, probably from D-Man. Every time we heard it, it's probably from him. I've prepared your next bit of fit the souls of triplets to the monster that consume souls. Do we have anything here? I can see the trash bins right here. Maybe we have something in there? I searched the trash bins by the convenience store. Damn it, why the hell am I doing this again? I catch on something in the trash. That's gotta be it. In each of the trash bins, there are coins mixed in with the trash. I'll take the 3 coins. This is probably it. I enter the booth and insert the 3 coins into the slot. Then suddenly the machine whirls to life. Wait, what the hell? Stepping out, I find a card in the picture pickup slot. Southeast of Tokyo at the end of the Izu Island chain, an island made up of 100 tiny islands. Isn't on any map. It's called Rabbit Island, currently uninhabited. The factories and ruins there indicate people had lived there previously. The only residents are numerous rabbits, and it's said that the travelers and fishermen who visit there are welcomed by them. Upon further investigation, I couldn't find anyone who had visited when the rumor had spread or where it came from. Official agencies gave me the cold shoulder. Thanks to Mr. K, the investigation has made significant progress in recent years. His family used to supply the military during the war, mostly with antiquities. The only living items, around 10 rabbits, Mr. K's grandfather raised as a hobby. What the military did with them is unknown, but soon after the war, the family received a request to retrieve them. The letter only had a map with an X mark on a patch of ocean. Mr. K and his grandfather had always thought the rabbits had drowned along with a warship, but I realized something when he showed me the map. That's right, it was the location of the Rabbit Island. Things got strange after that. Mr. K, the ex-detective, and I decided to head to the last of the Izu Islands with some assistance. Now that I think about it, Mr. K had a bad feeling about which ended up being proven correct. But I won't tell you the source of his bad feeling for now. The island was indeed there and full of rabbits. We discovered that the place fell frozen in time. Memories of horrific battles remain. Human experiments, cannibalism, atrocities beyond imagination made it a natural Eggman sight. It's slightly different from what you're facing now. I have never heard about that case. Probably they're going to use that in one of the next game, I suppose. Man, it's pretty serious effort into this. Guess I'll go home. I solved the demon's riddle, so I head home feeling pretty satisfied with myself. Several tapes contain terrifying. Whoa, what the? Whoa. Terrifying yellings of kill. The little girl kidnapped, her arms and legs was severe. I want to make sure she won't die. What does that mean? I heard the scream of the screaming author. Rose screamed back. Would I have died if she hadn't? Yes, you would have. Anyway, he's back at his home. Man, I'm tired. And I have a feeling that you're going to get busy. Oh god. The phone. Who could be calling this late? Uh-oh. Hello? Hey, who the hell are you? You better cut this out. Don't look. Damn it, it's the one from yesterday. Bet I'll be waiting for a call all night again. Might as well take a shower first. What? Speaking of, do I have anything to drink after I get out? Maybe there's something in the fridge? Nothing. I'm gonna get something from the vending machine. The closest vending machine is in front of the cemetery. No, this place again? What should I get? The light coming from the machine is kind of creepy. What are you going to get? White green teas. I don't even know what they mean. I'm just going to pick this one. It's a new cafe product. Okay. Buy 2 bottles of Nata de Coco Outlay. Okay then, time to head back. As I turn to go, a warm, damp breeze blows past me. Oh, that breeze was gross. Nothing or caller ID. Hello? Damn it, again with a silent call. Probably the same one from earlier. Wonder how they will react to silent treatment back. What is this? It sounds familiar. It's TV static, just like what I heard coming from next door yesterday. Wait, why am I hearing this on the phone? Where is this call coming from? An ominous thought pops into my head as if they sense it. The call ends abruptly. I better hurry home. Whew. Rushing into my room, I quickly scan to see if anyone's there. There's no one. Guess that call wasn't coming from here after all. Man, I'm exhausted. Time for a quick shower. I forgot to turn it off again. Man, I'm exhausted. Oh, what the hell? It's the neighbor again. Whoa, 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 whoa! God, everybody saw that, right? Guess I'll just imagine it. I feel better now. Time to have the drink I bought earlier. I sit on my bed and drink a Nata de Coco Outlay. It tastes good, but most of the nata stuck to the bottom of the can. Oh wow. Finally, time to relax. Oh, wait a second. You see that? There's a don't look thingy on the wall. Alright, time to read for a bit. Huh? Something is up with this room. Like something's out of place. Yeah, I can see it right there. Something's written super tiny on here. What does it say? Don't look. What's this? The writing is creepy enough, but the wallpaper by the word is stained and peeling. Is there something underneath? Should I peel off the wallpaper? Yes. Uh-oh. What is this thing? That don't look. The voice on the phone said the same thing. Please don't look inside. So what's that shadow we saw at the Miracle residence? Uh-oh. Nicole dead herself. No call ID again? I just reject the call. Fuck, not again. The calls won't stop and it's getting on my nerves. I'm pulling out the battery. I turn off my phone and remove the battery. Uh-oh. This one too now. Better disconnect this one too. Ignoring the call, I yank the power cord from the outlet. But the ringing doesn't stop. But I unplug it. Abruptly the ringing stops, but then the receiver starts to make noise. You mess with the wrong girl, bitch. That's what she's trying to say, I suppose. What the? Ah! The screaming is the same as it's as what we heard at the Miracle Residence. The instant splitting headache almost knocks me unconscious. Alright, one last if I can't get the voice to stop soon. What do I do? I think we need to destroy the phone fast. It's the source of the goddamn voice. What if I destroy it? I shuffle over my hands and knees and smash the phone with my fist. Break, damn it! Break, break, break! I punch the phone over and over, bearing the pain, and by the time the phone has lost its shape, the screaming has already stopped. Oh, we're good to go now. Fucking hell. Somehow I escaped that screaming. Is it the spirit from the Miracle Residence? Nothing else better happen for the rest of the night. Crisis? Averted. I suck in a deep breath, man. Am I exhausted? Shit, I need to rest before I clean this mess. Collapsing onto my bed, I quickly feel my consciousness fading away. I can't keep my eyes open. The sun sets and the meeting time approach. Ben and Rose seem like the type that don't mind making others wait, but hate being kept waiting. I better head out. This feeling, yep, it's here. A whisper comes from someone. It's time for a tale. The man found a poor little birdie. The man wanted to save the little birdie. The whispering stops. Cold sweat slides down my cheek and drips off the peak of my chin. But my breathing remains composed. My heart rate is staying pretty steady too. Is it because I've made up my mind to do this, or am I just used to all this now? Even I'm not sure which is true. Probably both. I leave the apartment and take a deep breath of fresh air. Tonight I'm going to put an end to this. To this case, you mean? I arrive at the Kisuchi station and make my way over to the Black Rabbit. The lights are on inside. Is Aunt Simi still there? Hey Kimi, I let myself in. My throat's feeling a little better thanks to the meat I had. I walk in and find Rose in good spirits. Aunt Simi is nowhere to be seen. Did he break into the place again? Alcohol is a salve that heals life's wear and tear. You couldn't even say it's a life companion. You understand when you become an adult. Hey, so you're both here alright? Put me a glass too, Kimi. I take some of your top shelf bourbon on the rocks if you please. Do you ever get tired of being so slowly? You should practice smiling in front of the mirror. Our lives are on the line again tonight. Indulging in a good night drink when facing down the situation is to be expected. So come on, don't keep your customers waiting. This is going on your tab. I have helped I understand me at the bar before, so I know what to do. I go behind the counter. I pull a bottle from the bag. I put some ice into a rock glass and pour the dark amber liquid in. A burnt smell wafts up. Ben impatiently snatched the glass from me and pounced down the liquor. Oof, that'll put hair on your chest. So Kimmy, did you get us some info about Miroku? More or less. I feel them on everything Honestly told me about Yakumo Miracle last night. I see. It definitely looks like that cruel hobby of his definitely made its way into his work. But I'm finding it hard to believe that he would abduct and kill young girls just for his writing. I tried from the thread of those previous abductions. Over the past few decades, 4 girls went missing near the Miracle residence. Half a year ago, a middle school girl named Tsubasa Aoi vanished. She was on her way back from the ballet class. She was a pretty girl who people had expected to become a prima donna in the future. On her way back from the ballet class, that means. Yeah, the recording on that tape is news clip about Tsubasa Aoi's abduction. We also found a ballet flyer in the mansions. Could that have been? Yeah. Tsubasa Aoi was slated to perform the show advertised on that flyer. I think she was the star of the second act. The second act was La Descane Dark Lake. Yeah, she was going to play the part of the princess who gets turned into a duck. She was apparently really excited for it and put her heart and soul to practicing. She went to the ballet classroom every day and danced barefoot until the sun set. And then she went missing just before the show. She was so eagerly awaiting to perform. What a soul-crushing tale. I'm sure that was devastating for her. Okay, now for the rest. 10 years before that, a girl named Sachi Kirishima disappeared. And 20 years ago, it was Ai Mishima, and the last one was 30 years ago, Hana Hanabe. You don't have any more info on those 3. Unfortunately, I couldn't fully investigate them. They're pretty old case after all. All I know is that they're all kids who were in their early teens. Tsubasa Aoi was the only middle schooler, but the other 3 were all in elementary school. The first letters of their names match the tapes T, S, A, H. The pieces are all starting to fit together. I think we can safely assume that Yakumo Miracle abducted all those girls. Once every 10 years, a young girl around the same age was kidnapped by a children's author. Almost like some kind of ritual, it really piques one's curiosity. Miracle must have had some nerve. He kept kidnapping girls right by his house and no one ever put 2 and 2 together. I would say it's the opposite actually for him. His neighborhood was the safest place to do it. Didn't your mother tell you most of Miracle's relatives are famous? Some of them are on the Shinjo Work Council, or they work somewhere in the government. They probably kept or hid off Miracle just to make sure they didn't get any blowback. If people suspect a relative of theirs was a criminal, they could lose their positions. And such is the disgusting state of the world. People realize that what monster or for me, scumbags like that are a great business opportunity. Enough of that though, time to get to the mansions and put an end to this. Yeah. I'm expecting you two to learn that freight ring you just had. To own that freight ring you just had. Yeah, I'm planning on it, kid. I leave the black rabbit with 2 tipsy adults in tow. They'll probably sober up by the time we get to the Miracle residence. I walk alone down a path that I'm already far too familiar with. Just before I'm inside the Miracle residence, something happens. Oh fuck, I didn't read that. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Ah, this shit again. Calmly smile surface and begin crudely laughing. It's almost time of the finale. It is almost the finale of the tale. The body becomes a crane and replaces the man. Tonkarari from beyond the door. However, I don't feel too bad out of shape. I figure it will come right about now. Hey, you here? What is it? You don't look too good. Did something happen on the way here? Well, that damn curse show up. Time limit you were talking about. Mouse that all you can see appear, right? Sounds crazy to me, but spiritual phenomena that only the affected person can perceive are quite common. Besides, Kimi has his blood mature, remember? It's not unusual that he would see quite a few things that others can. It is supposed to be a dead curse, but you don't seem to face Kimi. Well, it's the third time it has happened. I think I'm kinda getting used to it. Getting used to it? Seriously? You're really an interesting child. I have seen many cursed people, but I have never seen anyone as dauntless as you. I guess Rose not the only one who is fearless. I can't keep up with you too, jeez. In any case, I don't have much time. This will be settled before the sun rises. I see. Guess it is the third day after all. We're definitely getting closer to the truth. When it all comes down to it, our main issue. Rose looks up at the window. It's the fact that we haven't gotten there. We'll get there no matter what. Come on, let's start it. I'm going to choose Rose here. We come to the front entrance of the Miracle Residence once again. 3 frames that must have been supposed to hang the mask here. That seems to be the case, but then the issue becomes where we place each of the masks. It's a decorative wooden frame. Examine the frame. There's nothing set in the left frame. Examine the charm. This probably represents the marks that needs to be set here. Miracles have fairy tale novelists, so this is likely to involve fairy tales. The quintessential under the blooming cherry tree story would involve a dead body. But none of the masks are a corpse in that story by Motojiro Kaji isn't a fairy tale. It must indicate the masks that get set here. Retribution, huh? It's like the old tale of the crab getting revenge for the mother that was killed. This probably represents the mask that needs to be set here. But the last could literally refer to anything. If we line up the masks we have found so far, maybe it'll give us an idea. I think I should put the dog here. What's the dog mask? Dog mask use. This one, I think I'm going to use the monkey mask. And this was the final one I'm going to use with the pheasant mask. Then, oh, the entrance to the secret passageway opens up once again. Wonderful, you're quite perceptive. I was just lucky. Come on, there's gotta be something pretty important up ahead. Enter the hidden passage. Something appears inside the secret passageway. It's a ladder. It's finally appeared. The final act is upon us. It certainly is giving off a dangerous vibe. You better be prepared for anything if we're going to climb it. We're going to climb it. The door from earlier at the end of the part is gone. I'm going to climb up there. Let's go up. I climb up the ladder. I hold my breath as I climb up the ladder, and it was exactly as we figured. The vast Arctic fills our visions. I wonder what's behind the sliding door. Yeah, let's be careful. What's here? An old paper lantern. For some reason, it's not dirty or covered in dust. It even looks as if it's been used recently. We can try to open this thing. That's the only thing we can do here. For some reason, the center feels slightly warm, like there had been a flame there recently. The sliding doors are lit up by the lights. The light coming through is gentle and soft. There's no bloodstain anyway. quietly edge over the sliding door, and as I extend my hand to open it, please don't look inside. What the? An odd figure appears as we hear the voice. Is this the screaming otter? Open the sliding door. Yes. I know it's dangerous, but we have to do this. No matter what's lurking behind the door, we can't just turn our backs here. I forcefully opened the sliding door in an attempt to rid myself of my fear doubt. Huh? There's nothing here. That's what it looks like. All I see is a completely empty room. I mean, they want you to take a look at this place first before doing anything. So there's a dull antique mirror here. Nothing stands out about it, other than the fact that it's so cloudy and it doesn't reflect well. Anything inside that trunk, say? It's an antique-looking chest. There's no bloodstain anywhere. There's a lock on the chest. It's a pretty old lock. I need some special tools to open something like this. That means it's probably faster for us to just look for the key. Looks like even Rose can't do anything about this right now. We're about to leave when I notice a sheet of black paper that was under the chest. What's this? Obtain the carbon paper. Is copying paper. Ever heard the phrase carbon copy? It's used to copy words. Oh, I know that. We still have that thing somewhere. As for the blood here. The bloodstain is pretty big. Something terrible obviously happened here. Yeah, I should be able to see something. I kneel on the tatami and adjust my breathing. I quietly press my palm against the mat. This is it. But... huh? A massive jumbled image fills my mind and I can't tie them into any single image. It seems like this plus doesn't just belong to one person. It's going to be really hard for me to get anything else to add. Wait, there's a typewriter here. There's a note in here as well. Sheets of paper are scattered everywhere. Is the bloodstain anywhere? Most of them are blank sheets, but they are filled with some sort of lit title typed onto it. Sati Kanigassen. Sati Kanigassen sounds like it's a nod to Saru Kanigassen. I'm not familiar with Miracle's works, but maybe the Sati bit would mean something to fans. Most of them blank sheets, okay. Shitakiri Hana Kobutori Ai. Shitakiri must refer to Shitakiri Suzume and Kobutori. Has to be Kobutori Jisa. Hana and A certainly has feminine names to use as reference to those tales though. There's an old typewriter here. There are black stains all over the keys. The rust on the keyboard actually seems like it could be dry blood. I'll give it a shot. I feel around the section of the keys and that looks particularly dirty. I hear coughing sounds. They sound like they're from a person that's in pain. I think I've heard this voice before. This voice. Eventually the coughing stops and then, in a firm voice, the voice says something. Engrave my fairy tale. Just now, that was him. It's the voice of the man on the tape. Seems like you saw something. Engrave my fairy tale. That's what he said. As I speak the words, the typewriter begins to make sound on its own. Looks like he wants to type it with this. The key completely rusted and I'm not even sure it will work. There's already a sheet of paper set into it and I see part of something typed on it. No ono ga ac. A, B, S, T, U are the only working keys, so the word must only use those letters. Examine. Blank no organici. It seems we need to fill in the blank section. I have a feeling that it will reference a crane. Wings, feathers, fly, it must be something like that. So a Japanese crane, related word that would complete the title of fairy tale. No, again, let's see. I press one of the keys that works. However, nothing appears on the papers. It seems like the typewriter doesn't have any ink. Huh. Rose takes a look at the typewriter. But of course, after all, there's no ribbon in it. Ribbon. It's a ribbon soaked in ink. You place it between the paper and the keys. The key hits the tape, and that's how the letters get typed onto the paper. So you're saying the typewriter is out of ink. Correct, but typewriters are pretty simple machines. If you get anything that can print letters between the keys and the paper, it will work. Carbon paper, maybe. Can we use this? Rose carefully examined the typewriter. Looks like it will work. I'm sure you'll be at least to be able to type a few letters. I put the carbon paper into the typewriter to take the place of the ink ribbon. Carbon paper use. I think we should be able to type in words here. Which key are you going to press? Tsubasa. I'm pretty sure that was the name. I feel all bit out. Whoa. The keyboard starts clattering on its own again. Even the keys were stuck fast earlier and are smoothly typing onto the paper. This is impressive. I have never seen such a clear case of psychography. We got it as the paper fills with sentences and rolls out of the typewriter. We pick up the paper and look it over. This is what was written on it. Tsubasa no Oganesi. I failed with many of them in the past. However, I managed to save the fourth birdie. Well, I was able to figure that out. That's what's the name of the guy, the author. Though it is their role, all the birdies have lost all volumes. It is truly saddening. The fourth birdie was that it does not want to be seen and it wants to die. Truly a pity. I shall at least give her wings and transform her from a little body into a beautiful crane. If she became a crane, I'm sure she would show me utmost gratitude even if it died. That's all that typewriter writes. Kimie. Suddenly, Rose points at the bed. I look over there. Uh-oh. What is that? Why did it get that way? There's now a bulge in the bed that looks like someone's sleeping in it. That must be the girl. Oh my fucking hell, this is just getting way worse than it already is. The bulge is about the size of a grown man lying down sideways. It seemed pretty awful in here. Yeah. A powerful stench violates our nose. We had been in this room several times before, but it never smelled like it did now. It smells like something has gone bad. I bet that bulge must be the cause. This side will take a look underneath. The smell gets more and more intense as I get closer to the bed, trying to breathe as little as possible. I place my hand at the corner of the blanket and I pull it back in one motion. Whoa, what the actual fuck is this? On the bed lies a lump of meat that is covered in rot. The skin of what looks like a head on the pillow seems to be infested with maggots. It looks like the corpse of a man. Why there's so many arms? The most bizarre things about the corpse is that there are many arms stapled together. They're all skinny and flexible looking. They must belong to little girls. Looks like the arms have been emblem. These must be from the people on the take those words cut off. Why would anyone do this? Did the spirit do this? That wouldn't be my guess. Do you know what that tool next to the corpse is? What? That is a surgical stapler. It used to staple up open wounds. It's for stapling together flesh, you mean? Yes, you're following. This man might have stapled the arms to his own body himself. What the hell? I can't bear to look at the freakish corpse any longer, so I cover it and leave the room. That corpse must be that of Yakumo Miroku. There were white strands of hair on his head, so it would match his age. Hang on. If Miroku is here, then who's the screaming Arthur? Well, it's definitely someone who died in this house and had a powerful grudge. If it's not Miroku, who does that leave? Hearing the word grudge, my mind immediately thinks of the tear-filled screams and pleas of the girls that were recorded in those tapes. That means I recall the contents of Tsubasa no Onga Esi that came out of the typewriter earlier. I failed with many of them in the past. However, I managed to not kill the fourth buddy, because I'm sure that even if I were to die, it would be able to die in peace. We haven't found the fourth gold dollar, and what the title Tsubasa no Oga Esi indicates, the spirit, must be T, the last girl killed by Miroku. Fuck! I feel my stomach turns once again. Yet another time has happened since I entered this place. I'm sure any sane person will feel the same, but I can't allow myself to look away from it. I have to face the tragic reality. If I can't, then I may as well just embrace my coming death. Ah, that's right. I'll let you hold on to this. It was next to the pillar where the corpse was. She tossed a small pouch to me. It contains an old key, a syringe with liquid, and an empty medicine bottle. I'll take the old key and syringe. The label on the bottle reads Midazolam. If I recall correctly, I believe that's a sedative. He probably used it while performing surgery on the girls. The key is probably goes to the chest in the attic. The size matched the keyhole. The old chest sitting in the back of the attic does seem like it was hidden away. Seems like it's finally time to open it. The clock is ticking. This feeling. There's no more time for you. This will be the showdown. The scream from the mouth pierced my brain. The tale has reached happily ever after. Don't peek and don't peek. Please don't look. I don't have much time left. I gotta go to the attic. We return to the attic. The paper lantern is emitting white light. What the hell's going on? She's here. The sliding door is now completely open, and I hear what sounds like pain breathing. I plead and still. What do you mean, you plead? After clicking my tongue, I walk towards the voice to see what's there. My whole body is wrapped in something that comes from overhead. I'm quickly jerked up into the air, and the impact caused me to drop my flashlight. Oh crap, the flashlight! I feel like I'm a bug that's flailing around inside a spider web. This is not good. Fuck, what the hell's going on? Rose Yendo, wait, move over. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that. If you haven't noticed, I'm upside down. Ugh. I squeezed my head against Rose's body so I can't actually see. There she is. Gah! A dark silhouette falls from the ceiling and its outline began to gradually form. Shit, so this is a screaming Arthur. From the front, the scream pierced my mind and I see stars for a minute. How should I deal with this? You need to figure this shit out real fast. Once again, I take a deep breath and try to focus my concentration on one point, but... I think the fact that I'm all tired like this is preventing me from fully concentrating. You've gotta be kidding me. Survival escape. Scene 1. I have to stop that voice. Damn it, I can't move. If it helps, I believe I have to use up one of my arms. Got any ideas? What's up with that thing over there? The wire is stretchily very tight. It feels like it would cut me if I touch it. It's vibrating considerably. Maybe it's resonating with the scream. Maybe we can use clumps of stiff hair on it. That's alright, back at the passage. Rose mimicked a communicating cry and we managed to survive. Hurry, hurry. I take the clump of stiff hair out of my backpack. Clump of stiff hair, what on earth could you need that for a time like this? Stop talking, just hurry it up and get it. Got it? What should I do with it? Rub it against the wire as hard as you can. If you say so, here goes nothing. Rose straightens the bundle up here and firmly rubs it on the wire. The hair is still being rubbed on the wire, and the scream gradually dies down. The scream outer moves a bit, which causes us to move around quite a bit too. In my new position, I can see what's in front of me once again. On the bright side, the movement also frees up one of my arms. Hey, you alright? This isn't good. The wire shifts and now I really can't move anymore. The voice is coming from above me. Looks like the weight I feel on the back is Rose. Forcing my head into a position where I can see again. I see the screaming out as bird-like leg. Not a crane, please, not a crane. Is it crying?